So we have a low pressure system that we're keeping an eye on. This is over the northwestern Gulf of Mexico right here, low pressure system that we're keeping a really close eye on. And this is starting to spin some moisture into the mid and upper Texas coast, including here in the Brazos Valley. So if you do have any evening plans, you'll want to make sure that you have that umbrella, as a few showers starting to work their way into Brazos County. Notice here in Bryan College Station getting in on some light activity right now, with the heaviest activity along and east of I-45. That's where we're actually dealing with a few thunderstorms as well as some moderate rain. Good news is the National Hurricane Center has lessened the chance of development down to 50% for this low pressure system, as it is starting to battle a pretty rough environment for tropical development. The system is now moving into waters that are just a little bit cooler, and we're noticing some dry air feed off of Mexico into the center of this storm. So that really shuts down the potential for some really vigorous thunderstorms to develop over the center that would allow this to develop into a tropical depression or a tropical storm. So that is good news. That is what we want to see. However, with that being said, if we do get a little burst of convection over the center of this storm, it could briefly ramp up to a tropical depression or a low-end tropical storm over the next 6 hours or so. And that is why there's that 50% chance for tropical development of this system over the next 6 to 12 hours before it makes landfall in the mid to upper Texas coast, and that's going to provide some impacts for the Brazos Valley. We're going to see a moderate chance for some flooding out there. It's not going to be a widespread heavy rain, but due to the saturated soils, if you get under one of those heavier showers, it is possible that we get some isolated flash flooding due to that runoff from the heavy rain, and then we do have a low-end tornado and wind threat for the Brazos Valley. Strongest wind gusts probably 30-35 miles per hour. Most areas not going to see that. And there is that isolated tornado threat as we work into the evening hours tonight as that system continues to approach the Texas coast. Models agreeing this is likely going to make landfall somewhere near Victoria, so they're clustered pretty tightly. So we have a pretty good idea that that's going to track south of the Brazos Valley, and that's actually going to place us on the, quote, nasty side of the storm, so the wet side of the storm, which will provide, again, the rain chances in the Brazos Valley extending into parts of the Texas Hill Country throughout the weekend. Future radar shows that system eventually making landfall after midnight, again, just to the south of Victoria, and we are seeing that moisture feed into the Brazos Valley. Isolated in nature, so this isn't going to be a continuous rain throughout the day on Saturday, but we're going to continue to notice that moisture feed into the Brazos Valley. So we'll have the cloud cover out there along with some passing showers and isolated storms throughout a good chunk of the day on Saturday. So you just want to make sure you keep that umbrella handy, and those rain chances are going to stay in the forecast for the first half of Sunday as well. As you can see, that moisture feed, the southeasterly winds continuing to pull in that moisture here into the Brazos Valley, keeping our rain chances pretty high. Looking like the best chance for the heaviest rain is going to be near and south of 290, where up to 2 inches of rain are possible. A little farther north, that's where we notice the rain totals start to lessen a little bit, between ½ an inch to an inch expected here in Bryan College Station. And we really don't need much more rain after we've seen quite a bit over the past several days. This weekend, it looks like it's going to be super wet on here, but don't cancel the weekend plans. We will have hit or miss showers and storms. If you have the umbrella, you're going to be good. And of course, if you hear thunder or see lightning, just make sure you go inside. And again, if you were to come across a flooded roadway, it's always best to turn around, because it doesn't take much water to wash that vehicle off of the roadway. And then as we work our way into next week, we start to see a drying trend, only isolated thunderstorm chances during the afternoon, and those temperatures start to increase as well as an upper level high builds over the state. That leads to that sinking air, and that's going to allow those temperatures to flirt with 90 degrees by the end of the week.